Hey everybody, this is Captain Orlando Muñiz with Nomad Fishing, and this week it's 5/5, May 5th, 2023. I'm bringing you this week's fishing report. So I guess I'll start off with the weather. It looks like this weekend we're gonna have very nice weather for a change, and there's a lot I have to catch up on. Memberships are now available, so those of you that want to have access to certain tutorials and things like that and want to help support the channel, you can become a member by hitting that join button. Someone told me earlier this week that they had some trouble doing it from their phone, and I told them to try their computer, their desktop computer, and it seemed to work because they were able to do it. So if you guys have any questions about that, let me know. Getting on to the fishing, we spent a couple days. We actually fished one whole afternoon over in Bimini this week. That was really good. I posted a video yesterday with the first part of the trip, which was yellowtailing. That's kind of how we started. These were some of the largest yellowtail I've ever seen. These were 3, 4, 5 pounders. Every fish was like a flag yellowtail. Again, this was in Bimini. I wish we had those fish here, but the closest place I can think of that has fish like that on a pretty regular basis is Key West. But either way, that was pretty cool. I put out a video with that part of the trip, and I'm going to be putting out a second part of the video because it was too long, so I just kind of divided it. Second part of the video is going to be on the yellowfin tuna. I wasn't able to get as many shots or footage as I wanted to because the action is so fast and furious. It's kind of hard to put the rod down and try to videotape, and we're kind of limited with the help on the boat. So it was difficult, but we did get some video. I'm going to try to piece them together, give you guys an idea of what it was like. The fish were not super aggressive. Even though we had a lot of chum, both live chum and cut chum, they just didn't seem to stay with us. We'd hook one or two, and the school would disappear. We had to find them again, set up on them again. Same thing, we'd get one or two. So we had to pick at them. We also had to battle the sharks, both with the yellowtails and the tunas. Seems like at least every other fish was eaten by the sharks. Very tough. But we did manage to get a few fish, and we fished all the way to sunset. And we had a nice long trek back to Bimini. Took us about, the wind picked up, seas got a little rough. We were at least 60 miles from Bimini at that point. We had to head back in the dark into a head sea, and it took us a good 4 hours to get there. So it was a long journey back, but it was quite worth it. It was a good experience. Let's get on to the fishing. Like I said, we've had pretty good weather here the last couple of days. Earlier in the week, we had some west winds, which kind of slowed the fishing down a little bit. Today, the winds have been light. I did not go out today. Captain Art is out with some customers. He's actually doing 2 half-day trips today. This morning, it was slow. They did get some jacks. They got a mutton, stuff like that. Nothing crazy. It was kind of slow. They had to work hard for the fish. This afternoon, the first report I got was pretty grim. They had lost a bunch of fish. He said they had lost a sailfish, a white marlin, a tuna. I forgot what else. They lost something else. And then he sent me a picture here a few minutes ago of a nice blackfin that they boated. I don't know what else they caught. They're still fishing, I think, or they're probably getting ready to wrap it up. So I'm not sure what's going on, but that's what's going on there. I spoke to another captain today that told me that they had a bunch of kings. So apparently there's some kings around. He said it was the best kingfish bite he has seen all this year. He hasn't seen it that good. So I think they had like 9 on the boat at that point. They're a big boat. They carry a bunch of passengers. So at 2 per person, they were still within their limit at 9. Those kings are being caught on live bait, either herring, cigars, or pilchards. He mentioned to me that the deep line was working especially well. There's still a few mahi around, sprinkled in. The blackfin bite has been good. Like I said, the kings are biting. There's still some sailfish around. If you go down south towards like northern Key Largo and further south, the bite for snapper, yellowtail, and muttons have been pretty good. Black grouper season is open. They've been catching a few out there. We haven't really bottom fished a lot lately, so we haven't really experienced it. Even though off Miami the last few days, the current's been pretty much dead. A buddy of mine tried to bottom fish out here yesterday, and he said the current was really slack. They had no current, and it made it very tough. So if you want to go bottom fishing, I suggest you go as far south as possible. And then there's some other fish to be caught. One of you guys recommended that I talk to you a little bit in these fishing reports about bait and the bait situation. Bait has been a little tough lately, especially pilchards, which we like to fish whenever possible because they double as chum and they double as bait. The only area that we've been able to find a few pilchards has been right around Norris Cut, that whole Bear Cut area on the backside there. And it's been very hit or miss. The one captain I spoke to today about the kingfish, he says he tried this morning and he couldn't find them, or he found very few. So it's very hit or miss. Sometimes we find them just outside the marina, but it's got to be slick calm. It seems like whenever there's a ripple on the water, they become very hard to find. Another person I spoke to earlier in the week told me they found some at Bear Cut really early in the morning under the bridge. Just fishing under the bridge, just anchoring up and chumming. So the bait's been tough. I know on the ocean side there's some cigars, but that can be very hit or miss. There's usually some value on the reef if you want to bottom fish. You can fish them live too. And some herring at the range marker off Government Cut. That's usually pretty good, especially on the outgoing tide. Well, with that, I'm going to let you go. Until next time, don't forget that if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. Also hit the bell for the notifications. And if you're interested in becoming a member, you know what to do. Well, guys, until next time, my name is Captain Landon Muñiz with Nomad Fishing.